Students, my name is SAKSHI Kerketta and today I will be taking the topic rocks. Let's start with the very basic question. What are rocks? Rocks are any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. Students, are earth's crust. What is crust? The topmost layer, the outer layer of the earth. It is formed of rocks, not just soil and other things, but also mainly rocks. And these rocks are nothing but natural substances. They are made up of minerals, tiny particles of minerals that stick together and have hardened up over a period of time and formed rocks. You can find these rocks anywhere over the earth, in mountains, in riverbeds, in oceans, just everywhere. You can find these rocks everywhere. So, what are these rocks? In the most simple language, rocks are nothing but natural substances which are made up of tiny particles, tiny substances of minerals which have sticked together and hardened up over a period of time to form rocks. Now, you must have seen different types of rocks. Some rocks they look whole because they are made up of very tiny minerals, very tiny particles, and some rocks have a little bit bigger particles, or some are made up of smaller stones, and even some rocks have layers in it. So there are different types of rocks. Now let's look at these different types of rocks. So there are three different types of rocks. First is igneous rocks, which are further divided into intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. Then there are sedimentary rocks and then metamorphic rocks. Start with igneous rocks. What are these igneous rocks? You must have learned about volcano and how there's magma inside volcano. So the molten magma, when it cools down, it solidifies and takes a formation. Those formation are known as rocks, and they are further known as igneous rocks. So igneous rocks are nothing but cooled down molten magma. Igneous rocks are further divided into extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. So, while learning about volcano, you must have also learned how magma, when inside the volcano, is known as magma, but when it comes out in the open surface, when it comes out in the environment, it is known as molten lava. So, when this molten lava cools down and then it solidifies and then takes a formation, the rocks then formed are known as extrusive igneous rocks. But sometimes it happens that the magma that is deep inside the earth's surface that cools down there itself. So that molten magma which cools down inside the earth's surface is known as intrusive igneous rocks. So extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks are both made up of molten magma, but one is made the outer surface, that is known as extrusive, is made in the inside, the interior of the earth's surface, and that is known as intrusive igneous rocks. Now let's look at sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks, in short, sedimentary rocks are made up of sediments. Now what are these sediments? When rocks break down due to any reason, due to falling down or due to weather or any condition, in any condition, when these bigger rocks break into smaller rocks or small fragments, these smaller rocks or small fragments are known as sediments. Then these sediments are then transported because of weather conditions like wind or water or etc., and things like that, rain or things like that. They are transported and then they are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. Over the period of time, this happens that these sediments travel from one place to another due to weather conditions or any physical natural conditions, and then they sit at one place, they are collected at one place, and then they keep on forming layers above layers, and it's all a natural process. And then the formation it takes, the rocks then formed are known as sedimentary rocks. And because these sedimentary rocks are made up of natural process, they may also contain fossils like plants, animals, and other microorganisms that once lived on them. So, are these sedimentary rocks? Sedimentary rocks are made up of sediments, which are small fragments of other bigger rocks, and it takes a natural process to deposited into one place, and then it forms layers and layers of sediments, and then the formation takes place is known as sedimentary rocks. Now let's look at metamorphic rocks. uh, Metamorphic rocks are rocks that have a changed form. Metamorphic comes from the word metamorphosis, which means to change. So, these rocks, metamorphic rocks, are those rocks which were once igneous or sedimentary rocks, which changed over a period of time due to heat and pressure inside the earth. So, I can say that unlike igneous rocks, which are made up of magma, molten magma, and sedimentary rocks, which are made up of sediments, metamorphic doesn't have a natural origin, but I can still say it's natural because it happened because of it formed because of a natural process. It is it is formed due to change. So, metamorphic rocks are those rocks which were once igneous or sedimentary rocks, but it changed its form. The igneous rocks or sedimentary rocks changed their form due to heat and pressure inside the earth, and then the formation that took place and became rock is known as metamorphic rocks. Now the question arises, how do they change? So, when these rocks stay inside the earth, where the temperature is very high and pressure is very strong, so when these rocks stay inside the earth for a very long time, they change in structure, color, hardness, and appearances. So, that's how the changed formation is known as metamorphic rocks. Recap what we learned in this video. What are rocks? Rocks are natural substances made up of tiny minerals that have stick together and hardened over a period of time. The rocks are divided into or categorized into three different types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks is further divided into extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Molten magma that has cooled down and solidified over a period of time is known as igneous rocks. Molten lava that has cooled down is known as extrusive igneous rocks, and molten magma that has cooled down inside the earth's surface is known as intrusive igneous rocks. Rocks that are made up of sediments or layers of sediments are known as sedimentary rocks, and rocks that have changed their formation due to heat and pressure inside the earth's surface is known as or are known as metamorphic rocks. That's it for today, students. Thank you.